Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are happy and healthy. Students, as you all know, we have started as revision writings. And writings, as you all know, this is very important for English grammar. And it can enhance your vocabulary and your writing skills also. So children, but in English grammar having some rules of writing letter or notice or application. So children, today our topic is letter writing. Letter writing, as you all know, we are writing our father, our mother, our relatives, these letters, our friends also. Because in that type of the letters we can express our feelings, our emotions, our information, whatever we want to give. So these are the things we can write in letters. So letters usually they are divided into two parts, that is letter. First is formal and second is informal. So children, first we are going to discuss about formal letter. Formal letter are used to write to authority, to our you can say principal, your manager, bank manager, these type of the people we used to write. Because it should be written in the proper format and in a very concise and very straightforward way. So this is only required in the formal letter. But in formal letter we used to write to our loved ones or those who are very close to us, just like friends, our relatives, our parents. These type of the letter we used to write to our relatives. So they are well known to us. That is why we used to write informal letter. Here we can use our language, whatever we want, we can express our feelings, we can write anything. So these type of the things only you can write in the informal letter. But still it's also having a format and formal letter also having a format. So today we are going to discuss about informal letter, or you can say the short letter of formal, that is application writing. So children, today we are going to start our application writing. So children, before going to start our application writing, I would like to tell you that some important part of letters, because this is very important. After this we can start our application. So here I am just going to give you some important part which you can see that these are very important for any letters, whether it is formal or informal. So first of all, the first thing which you can write in the letter, that is heading, children. So part of letters, parts. So first part is heading. Now in heading, this is very important. And why it is important? Because it indicates place and time. It indicates place and time, where we are sending this letter and who is going to receive this letter, which date you have written this, and which date it will be received. So this is very important, heading. And after heading, the next part is that is salutation. Both are very important. Now children, now we will see what we are going to see in heading. It indicates place, it indicates place, time, and place, time and writer's address has written this address, and here receivers also. Receivers designation and these are the, you can see, these are the very important point of headings. Now after that, that one thing you just always remember, whenever you are writing a letter, you should write a proper date. So if it is important to write date, so because the time is there, so date should be written. If today is the 11th December 2020, so there is no need to write this is like this or like that. So this is totally incorrect. So always remember, whenever you are writing a date, so we should be very particular about that. No dash, no full stop, nothing else, any dot, no punctuation required over there. So always write in a very straight way, 11 December 2020. That's it. This is important for you. So whenever you are writing heading, you should be very aware about these type of the things whenever you are writing address. So you should always start your letter from the left side. Left corner you will start writing your address, then the sender's address should be there, then receiver's address, then date, then subject, and everything will be followed. So these points we should always remember, children. Now after heading, we are, now next part of the letter is salutation. So children, now I am going to write over here salutation. The second part is salutation. Salutation, it means the manner we are going to write from the recipient. So in formal letter we are supposed to write salutation with the dear madam, dear sir. These type of the salutation we used to write in the formal letter. But in formal letter we can write my dearest friend or anything else. So it is depend on the letters. If the recipient is your boss or your manager or your authority, so we are supposed to write dear sir or madam. But if your recipient in informal letter, when we are writing, so if the recipient is your father or mother or relative, we should write in this way, informal letter. So my dear friend, my colleague, this type of the things you can write. So now children, salutation is as important as the heading. So children, now to a member of the family we can write, member of the family we can write my dear mother or my dear Neha, whatever you just want to write. And businessman to businessman, you can write dear sir, dear madam, because we are writing formally, that is why we can write this. And now officially, to official we write madam or sir. So these are the difference whenever we are writing formal or informal letter. So children, be very careful whenever you are writing Informal letter, you can write my dear, these type of the possessive pronoun you can use. But if we are writing formal letter, we should always remember, because you are writing this letter to your authority, that is why you should write in a very formal way, children. So now we are moving to the next part of the, you can say the part of the letter that we are going to write over there, that is body of the letter. Now the next topic is body of the letter. This is also very important part of any letter. So third point is body of the letter. That is also a very important point for the letter. So what is called body? Body, because heading is like heading, from this we can recognize these people and whom you are writing. And now we are moving to the salutation. From here you can speak, or you just salute anyone, you will just greet anyone. So that we have completed. Now we are on the body of the letter. So this is the important part of letter. So how you can start this letter, that is very important. So first of all, you will start that I requested. If you are writing a formal letter, then you are supposed to start with the sir, this is to for your kind information, I would like to state these type of the things you will write in that. If you are writing an informal letter, you can start that my dear, this is you have already done in this salutation, and after that you can start with hope you are fit and fine. These type of the greetings you can greet from starting of this body of the letter. Then we are gradually start why we are writing this letter. So then we will write the cause, why we are writing this letter. So that time you just write down the cause of your letter, why you are, if suppose you are inviting for your birthday party or for your any marriage ceremony or wedding ceremony, so which is going to happen in your house. So you just inviting your relatives about that, so you can come to the point and you just describe that venue is this and this date you have to come, we are eagerly waiting. So these type of the things, because when we are proceeding in the body of the letter, then you just gradually come to the point, and after point you can write in detail. So this type of the letter you can only write, this type of the body you can only write in informal letter. But in formal letter you have to be very particular. Whenever you are writing formal letter, that time you should be very particular what are you going to tell to someone or some authority. So that is very important. Whenever you are writing formal letter, you should be aware that whatever you are writing, whatever the need whatever is your requirement, you should be very particular about that. So only that topic you should be mentioned in your body of the letter, and there you can request for that. So these are the very important point that we should always remember whenever we are writing formal or informal letter, because the body of the letter is going to explain each and everything what do you want according to the topic, because topics should be there. If the formal letter you are writing, so subject should be mentioned, and after that you are just going to start your body of the letter. That is why I am telling you, whatever you are writing, according to the subject, it should be there inside the body. Okay children, so now we are moving to the next part of the letter, that is subscription. Now here I am going to write subscription. That is also an important part of letter, that is subscription. Subscription is the concluding part of the letter. concluding part of the letter, because we used to write few lines in the end of the letter. That is called subscription. Here you can see that in this subscription you can write that in a very polite leave taking before the ends, it corresponds to situation salutation at the beginning. To friends, yours sincerely, your loving friend. And now when you are writing in the informal letter, formal letter, you are writing subscription. So we should be very particular about that, because this is very important. Because when you are writing an application to your principal, so always remember obediently, or you can write sincerely. These type of the thing you should write in subscription. So children, this is the subscription part of the letter, and now we are moving to the signature. Signature is very important. Fifth number is signature. Signature, why? Because this is showing that who is writing the letter. Who is writing the letter? So this is very important. When you are writing the letter to your principal or your any relative, so you should be mentioned at the end of the letter your name, your very short name, that is called your signature. Signature must be there in formal letter. It is really needed over there. So now at the end of this, receiver's designation and address. After signature, you just mention after that the receivers, or you can say receiver's designation and children, in signature you can find receiver's address, receiver's designation and address, and here, which is very important, that is subject, that we have missed, that is subject. Subject is very important, because whenever we are writing formal letter, subject should be mentioned. So children, these are the parts of the letter. Now we are moving to the application writing, or you can say this is the short letter. Okay, formal letter, but it's the short way. So now we are going to start writing an application. Now first of all, I would like to give one question. On that question we are supposed to write application. Now question is, write an application, write an application to the principal, of your school, for issue of duplicate identity card, since you are have lost your original one. So this is question, and in that question we should write an application. So children, as we have discussed the part of an application, that we should start with the heading. So in heading, as we have discussed, there are so many things that we should be mentioned, right? Date, time, address, these are the things will be given in the heading. So children, for this writing an application, I would like to remove all the things, because this is very important, how to start writing application. So first of all, you should start with the left corner of your page. So for this I am going to erase each and everything, so that can be more effective. So children, first of all, whenever you are writing an application, you should start with the left corner the principal, because your school is Army Public School, that is why you are going to write Army Public School 39 GTC Varanasi, Kent. So this is your to whom you are writing, that you have already mentioned over here, and after that you mention the address, because this address is our school address, that is why you have mentioned over here, and then full address you have written. And now after that you will write date. Leaving one line, you should write today's date, that is 11 December 2020. Here you have mentioned date. And after that you just start writing your subject. The subject we are going to write, that is request for a duplicate identity card. So this is your subject, children. Now after that you will start dear sir or dear madam, because our principal is female, so that is why we are going to start from here, dear madam, dear madam. Okay children. Now after that we will start next line with due respect. With due respect, I would like to inform you that I lost my identity card when I was playing in the school ground. Because you have to mention these things, because you are writing this letter to your children, so you have to mention. And after that, during recess, this you have to mention over here. Therefore I would request. Therefore, I would request you to kindly grant permission for issue of a duplicate identity card for me. Your obediently write your name, class 7th A. So this way you can write an application. What we have done in this, because our subject was request for duplicate identity card. So as we have elaborate this application in a very concise way, we have written the main topic of the why we are writing the application. According to the topic, we should write our application. So now we have started. With due respect, I would like to inform that I lost my identity card, I-card, when I was playing in the school ground during recess. Therefore, I would request you to kindly grant permission for issue of a duplicate identity card for me. Your obediently, class 7th A. Now whatever name is there, suppose if I am writing a name Shubham, so Shubham or Shubhi, whatever, so you can write your name and complete this application. Now we are moving to the next application, that is also you can find in your grammar book. Now I am going to write a new application. You just write it down. Now we are moving to the next application. Next application, I am going to write on the board the question of next application. Question is there. Write an application to the principal seeking a character certificate since you would be relocating to a new city and would require the certificate for taking admission in a new school, So this is your question, children. Write it down, and after that we will write an application. So from here we can start. from left of the corner, the principal, Army Public School, 39 GTC, Varanasi, Kent. Okay children, after that we will write date. Today's date is 11th December 2020, and after that subject will be mentioned, subject will be there. So we will write request for a character certificate, request for a character certificate, okay children. Now after that we are going to give a salutation, dear madam, and after that we will write with due respect, I would like to inform, I would like to inform you that my father has been transferred to Cuttack in Odisha, and within a week my family and I would be relocating to the new place, okay children, to the new place, since I would be applying for admission in a new school, I would require a character certificate. Okay children, so here now in the end we should give therefore I request you to kindly issue a character certificate to me at your earliest convenience. Convenience. So here children, You will just conclude this letter. Your obediently, your name, class will be mentioned over there. So this way you can write an application, and we have done 2 applications today. So children, practice it because this is very important for you and we are revising this. So children, please very particular about writing a application. So children, we will meet again with another topic. So till then, bye bye and take care.